right. First of all, what do we love to see? We love to see Elon Musk's SpaceX rocket exploding. There we are.
And that
Starship.
appears like the automated flight termination system has been activated.
The automated flight termination system has been activated. It self-destructed. There we go. Much like Twitter Blue rollout and everything he touches.
And that appears like the automated
You,
flight termination system has been activated.
you love to see it. You love to see it. So now they're trying to look. I love the spin on this, and I don't know anything about space, and I don't care. So don't at me. Don't at me about SpaceX. But apparently, the fact that it didn't blow up sooner is a win. And they, all the millions and hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars that are just went up in smoke, that's all in service of something that's going to happen later, which once again is all in service of trying to get to Mars, which once again is all in service of trying to see at what point plants die because you can't grow plants on fucking Mars, which is all in service of realizing once again Earth is a great place and we should actually take much better care of it. But that's cool. Please waste a bunch of money trying to figure out that fucking plants belong on Earth and not goddamn Mars. All right, I'm so much disdain
Do
for
you watch Succession, Fran?
Yes, of course.
Of course. So this reminded me when Roman's little rocket ship blew up while he was watching it on his phone in the bathroom, and he just came out and people were like, "Yo, how'd the rocket thing go?" And he's like, "Yeah, it was good." This is Roman Roy blowing up a rocket.
It's so the silence too, just like, all right, and he just like slips it back in his pocket. I'm like,
That's what this reminded me of, 100%.
That's exactly what it is. Anyway, so you love to see that. Fuck Elon. Here we go. You love to see this story out of Chile, which is that Chile is going to nationalize its lithium industry. According to Reuters, President Gabriel Boric, again, the young sort of squad member of Chile's, like left uprising, said on Thursday he's going to nationalize the country's lithium industry, the world's second largest producer of the metal essential in electric vehicle batteries, to boost its economy and protect its environment. The shock move in the country with the world's largest lithium reserves would in time transfer control of Chile's vast operations from industry giants SQM and Albemarle to a separate state-owned company, which is crazy. And then here you can see there's a graph here. The amount of lithium produced, Chile accounts for 30% of the production in 2022. It's got highest reserves, higher than Australia, Argentina, China, and the United States. Let's see what else. Boric said, because this is not just about we want to keep the money for ourselves. This is more broadly about environmental protection. He says this is the best chance we have at transitioning to a sustainable and developed economy. We can't afford to waste it, Boric said in an address. Now, obviously, the mining for lithium has its own costs, but if you can at least nationalize the profits from that to invest in, green energy, which again, lithium will produce these batteries, but if you can produce those batteries so that you can actually use them in your own country rather than just selling them abroad, I think that's a huge move. So I love to see this.
Yeah, I mean, it seems obvious that somebody like me would be all for the nationalization of what for them is a native natural resource. Like
Right.
the idea that some private actor should be able to come in and say that stuff deep within the earth belongs to me.
Yeah.
And me alone, like it makes absolutely no sense. And so to see this stuff get reinvested into their economy and actually go into, goods and services and in, investment of the Chilean people, a huge amount of them, by the way, indigenous folks.
Right.
This is great stuff. I wonder how numbered that guy's days are. The president over there. This is the kind of thing the CIA starts coups over. Straight up.
No, straight up.
I
mean, if we didn't have enough on our hands now, but that is exactly right. So we'll see. Again, Boric it took him 6 years. I think he was elected and 6 years later became president. He was elected to parliament in Chile, or Congress in Chile. And I know folks might think that it's a little early for AOC to consider a run, but it is not unthinkable that someone as popular with popular ideas and radical ideas like, hey, what if we kept money for our country to help us rather than be just a sort of exploited, offshore, what, you know what I mean? Like exportation machine. There's something in there. You know what I'm saying? Like that, the people respond to that, and the Chilean people respond to that. But you're right. The right in Chile, of which is very powerful and huge, that owns most media outlets, are probably freaking out about this. Freaking out about it. But anyway, love to see that. Love to see the lithium or the rocket explode. And finally, just in the wake of the shooting of Ralph Yarl, the 16-year-old who had the misfortune of knocking on a racist Tucker Carlson watching ass 84-year-old's door who shot him. Here is students I believe in Ralph Yarl's hometown walking out in support and protest of what happened.
We love you, Ralph. 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 We love you.
Oh, so that's there you have it. And I just yeah, that was at Staley High School, and that was their classmate Ralph Yarl and his classmates. And that's just like, that makes me very happy. I need that. Like, it's just we love you. That's it. Like, that makes me cry. Like, like, that's it. In a time when you straight up got shot for being a black kid, we love you, and people are supporting him. So I need to see that. Love to see that. And finally, I just have to say, R.I.P. Harry Belafonte. I can't speak today. R.I.P. Harry B. Harry Belafonte, 96, died today. I don't love to see that, but his life and legacy are something we all have to emulate. Waz, any thoughts? Any final thoughts? I don't know. Like, what's your favorite story?
My favorite is definitely the UPS and the Teamsters, and just, honestly, the worker militancy, man. From
yeah.
places like John Deere, Starbucks, Amazon, all over the country. Workers who are working for companies where they're creating massive freaking profits and revenue for those companies are fighting back. And guess what? They're not waiting on Joe Biden and the freaking Democrats, right? Like, they're not waiting on these saviors, these political actors, because we know this song and dance. They're not going to do anything for workers. And so workers are taking the power for themselves. And that to me is one of the only hopeful stories in America today, in how polarized we are, in how divided, and just, all the crap we get fed, the propaganda we get fed, to see workers unite across. Again, John Deere workers and Starbucks workers ain't got nothing in common, but they both realize that they are getting used, abused, exploited by their employers, and so they've exhibited some level of militancy. And to me, that's some of the most heartening stuff we got in the country.
I love it. All right. Well, so it wasn't even one of that I chose, but I like that. We talked with Alex about it, and I agree. I definitely agree. I like all those stories, so I can't pick one. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do it.